What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today I was taking a look, surfing through Amazon, doom scrolling, flicking through what sort of horror movies they have, because they always have some weird, obscure, sort of out there horror movies, and I saw this one which is called Black Friday, and this one was made in 2021, so it was quite a new movie, and everybody memes on Black Friday and how chaotic and crazy and insane of a holiday that it is, and Black Friday meets zombies I thought was a really cool situation, one that hasn't been done before, because Black Friday is like a holiday where people are very close and they're quite violent and they're quite sort of aggressive and they're running around in like a close quarters situation. So I was kind of excited to see where this would go and where this would lead, because it was a very unique situation for a zombie apocalypse, and one which I would not like to be in for myself. So I gave it a watch, and this movie was not what I expected it to be in the slightest. So without any further delay, let's quickly take a look at what Google has to say about this movie of Black Friday. So it has a 65% on Rotten Tomatoes, which I think is extremely fucking high for what it is, but you know what, sure, we'll go with it. It has a 3.6 out of 5 on Amazon and a 4.7 out of 10 on IMDb, which seems a lot more realistic. And you can watch this on Amazon, Google Play, YouTube, and also Sky Store. After an employee of a shopping mall is attacked by a parasite, chaos ensues as the shoppers coming in are infected by the fast multiplying organism. So, how the story actually goes is we are introduced to our main character, who is a dad who has broken up with his wife, and his wife has a new boyfriend, and he has to work in this toy store for obviously the Thanksgiving period. He has to work the overnight shift, and the daughters are quite upset because they don't like this guy. And I thought this is a pretty cool plot point, you know, building up a family dynamic, building up a family situation. He's going to find his way out this toy store to save his girls. Fair enough, I like that idea, think that's really cool. Give them some motivation. And that's the last we ever see of them in the movie. So, be warned. However, they get to the store, we have people banging on the windows, banging outside, obviously looking pretty distressed and upset. So you'd think that people would show a little bit of a concern, but you know what, they just think it's like the Black Friday crazies, the Black Friday loonies come in to, you know, at least try and get in as early as possible to get the best sweet deals, and they do. Like, they open the doors, everyone runs in, and then they start getting attacked because there's a weird sort of like predator alien looking egg that explodes in someone's face, turning him into a zombie, and then it fast spreads to everybody else. All the employees run to the back, and then they have to fight their way to the front of the store, and then they see a police car burst through the window, so they all fight their way to the back of the store and to try and get in a truck. They're losing people left, right, and center. I think there's like 8 of them to start with, and then it gets down to 4. They jump onto the roof, they lose another one. The manager self-sacrifices himself. The other 3 run off into the car park. One, which we thought was dead, just manages to escape the store. All the zombies ran into like the main room and merged together to make a kaiju Godzilla thing, which they destroyed by throwing a fucking forklift into its face, and then it fell over and burnt to death inside the store. They then get into a car and drive off to see his family, and that's just a quick summary of the story, because it is that weird, it's that crazy, it's that shit, okay? I'm saying it right here, right now, it's shit. The character drama is so forced and so stupid and does not get developed at all. We have one of our characters being very nervous, and he doesn't like germs, so he's constantly washing his hands, and he overcomes that pretty fucking quickly after someone sacrifices himself for him. That's it. He overcomes it. No sort of like moral thing, no nothing. Someone sacrifices their life for him, and that's it. He's instantly no longer a germaphobe. Simple. We then have the manager who just randomly sacrifices himself when he doesn't really need to. It just felt like he did it for the shits and giggles of it. And The forced, like, love relationship between the 40-year-old coworker and the 20-year-old coworker was really fucking weird. And she was saying, "Oh, I only did it because it helped pass the time. I made out with you under the sort of shelves because it passed the time." The manager wasn't too happy with it. And then at the end of the movie, they were like, "Oh, I love you. Let's go get pancakes. Let's go for a date." And it's like, okay, I know it's the apocalypse, but you were just shitting on this guy in the apocalypse, saying that you were only doing this for fun. You were only doing it to pass the time. You didn't actually like him, and you didn't actually care for him. He didn't actually do anything heroic in this situation. He didn't save the day. He sort of helped throw a forklift into the monster, and that was it. That didn't even kill the monster. The fire that the monster was stood in anyway. So all they did was delay the inevitable, or like buy themselves time for long enough so it could burn itself to the ground. And the monsters looked really shit as well. Like, the monsters just looked terrible. They were just like red blood splattered over them, and some of them like changed their mouths like they were mutating. And the story just didn't make fucking sense, because we don't know where these zombies came from. We don't know why they were turning into giant kaijus. It doesn't explain the villain at all. And like, there's no storytelling of like show not tell. There's no environmental storytelling. Like, everything is told to us, and it's very little that we are told, because it's like, oh, the monsters are all trying to get together. Don't let them build up. And they all build up anyway. And they make a kaiju. For whatever reason. Don't know why they make a kaiju, but they do. And the kaiju's killed within 2 seconds. There is like a little bit at the end where we see like a couple of other kaijus in the distance, showing that this isn't the only place that this has happened to. And okay, so you're just gonna go out and throw another forklift at another kaiju, right? What's your plan for the other 2 kaijus out there? Like, I don't realistically understand. And it's sort of very similar to the ending of The Monkey, where it's like, oh, you know, the world is ending, but our main characters are fine, so it doesn't matter. And that's not a solid, conclusive ending for a movie. That's just a random thing to do. Like, sure, it sets up like a future movie if you really want to, but there was just so much fake drama and fake connections here. The characters had no chemistry. It was just drama for the sake of drama, because nothing was established, nothing was like expanded upon. It was said and it was forgotten. It was all just random one-liners of like, oh yeah, my kids, I need to survive for my kids. As soon as he gets bit, all right, fuck my kids, I'm dying. I'll die. You know what? It's fine. I've been bit, so woe is me. Goodbye. And then he doesn't turn into a zombie, and he's like, you know what? Fuck this. Let's fight the zombies. And it's just all over the place. It is just all over the place. The emotions don't last any longer than like 3 minutes. No one's sacrifice means anything, like, ever, because they just end up dying in the stupidest of ways, and they didn't need to. Like, the dude who had the like tool set, who got killed by getting webbed up, didn't have to do that. Like, he could have easily ran away with the other guy, and like, they would have both made it. Like, there was no reason for them to like sacrifice him off there. It was killing people off for drama, and it was just so boring and slow. It genuinely just isn't interesting. The pacing is all over the place. We lose like people every couple of minutes, and it takes so long to actually get into the zombie aspect of this like movie. I think we don't see a zombie until like minute 25, which for a zombie movie is quite a while. Like, normally we get like a zombie in like minute 10, minute 15. And because it takes so long to reach the zombies, you're not locked in, you're not interested, because the characters are not interesting at all. They're all like really horrible people. They're all really shitty people, so you don't want to root for them. You don't want to sort of have them to survive. Like, they're not respectable people in any way, and they don't change at the end. Like, none of them do. They're all still so self-centered, and they only care about themselves, and they only want to do it for themselves. Like, it's just not interesting or exciting or you just don't care for them. It's just boring. So it is another very lackluster movie, which I definitely won't recommend to you guys, and one that I definitely will not watch again. So I am going to give this movie a solid, like, I think it deserved like a good 3 out of 10, because this was quite shite.